Good morning, Madam Chair and Supervisors. My name is Bob Hooker. I live on South Vanderslice Road in Fort Mohave. I'm speaking representing today our group, which is not in any neighborhood. I just want to read to you the letter that we have sent to KRIS Mayes, Arizona Attorney General. We also supplied this information to OMLET, which is the Open Meeting Law Enforcement Team. And I'd definitely like the county attorney to pay close attention to all of this. I think you all have copies of this letter as well. So, dear Attorney General Mayes, we're requesting your intervention on the illegal and unethical business practices of the Mohave County Planning and Zoning Commission and Board of Supervisors related to the rezoning of Assessor Parcel 221-35-024 in Fort Mohave that presents significant public health and safety concerns. The Planning and Zoning Commission and Board of Supervisors acted with willful negligence in their December 4th, 2023 actions to approve BOS Resolution number 2023-223 related to the Mohave Electric Cooperative Incorporated request for an extension of time to BOS Resolution number 2018-041 and displayed a total disregard for Mohave County Planning and Zoning Commission rezoning requirements, conditional approval requirements of BOS Resolution number 2018-041, and requirements set forth in Arizona Revised Statute, Title 11, Chapter 6, 11-814I. The Planning and Zoning Commission, by their own public admission, knowingly and willingly violated their own policies in accepting and approving the MEC request for an extension of time. The request was submitted against an expired rezoning request. The conditions of approval for BOS Resolution number 2018-041 had not been met per the approved resolution or Arizona Revised Statutes, and therefore the assessor parcel should have reverted to its former zoning classification, residential. The request did not identify the specific use or uses for which the rezoning was being requested. MEC requested language be stricken from the conditionally approved BOS Resolution number 2018-041 that identified the specific use for which rezoning was requested without providing their intended use. This is contrary to Planning and Zoning Commission requirements and requirements of the Arizona Revised Statute. The request cited change of ownership as the reason for the conditional approvals of BOS Resolution 2018-041 had not been completed. The BOS resolution had expired 2 years before MEC acquired Assessor's Parcel 221-35-024. So this reason is totally irrelevant. MEC did not include proof of ownership, recorded deed for the Assessor's Parcel 221-35-024 in their request for extension of time submittal, i.e. proof of ownership was not included within the Mohave Electric Cooperative Incorporated request for an extension of time data package. On January 16th, 2024, I personally met with Mohave County Planning Technician to discuss the requirements and process for submitting rezone applications and extension of time requests. The Planning Technician confirmed the following. Rezone applications must include the specific use or uses for the rezone request. Requests for an extension of time can only be considered for active rezone approvals. In the case of the MEC request for an extension of time, the planning technician was adamant the request was not applicable, and a new application for rezone should have been submitted. The planning technician asked that further questions be addressed with the planning and zoning supervisor. The Planning and Zoning Supervisor has previously asserted staffing shortages as the excuse for Planning and Zoning Commission personnel not maintaining status of land zoning. The Planning and Zoning Commission has a database to track expired zoning requests, which is the primary and sole verification point for Planning and Zoning Commission personnel to verify the current zoning status of assessor parcels. However, the planning technician acknowledged that Planning and Zoning Commission personnel are not actively managing or maintaining the data within that database. The planning technician asserted she had recently been assigned responsibilities to update the database and then acknowledged that this was not her top priority. In further questioning, the planning technician on Planning and Zoning Commission protocols for independently verifying assessor parcel zoning status, example, conducting reviews of approved BOS resolutions upon receipt of rezoning applications or requests for extensions of time, it was affirmed time constraints preclude these validations. This is willful negligence, in my opinion, for the Planning and Zone Commission to knowingly make land development decisions that have the potential to significantly impact public health and safety based off known probability that their source data is in error. It took the planning and zoning technician less than 5 minutes to pull the recorded copy of BOS resolution number 2018-041 and confirm the condition of approval requirements and status. The Mohave County Planning and Zoning Division and Board of Supervisors are commissioned with protecting public health and safety and ensuring that land development decisions are facilitated in a manner that's beneficial to Mohave County and the health and safety of its residents. The accepted practices of the Planning and Zoning Commission and Board of Supervisors to not exercise due diligence in the execution of their assigned duties speaks volumes to their integrity and raises serious questions regarding how the health and safety of Mohave County residents is being considered, let alone protected. The illegal approval of BOS resolution number 2023-223 provided a rezone of assessor's parcel number 221-35-024 to heavy manufacturing from residential, and now paves the way for MEC to build a natural gas power plant at the edge of, within 1,300 feet, a predominantly senior citizen residential housing community in Fort Mohave. Residents of Fort Mohave have appealed numerous times to the Board of Supervisors and Planning and Zoning Commission to rescind their approvals of the BOS resolution number 2023-223 due to the illegality of the action and significance of the negative impacts to the health and safety of local residents that have not been properly considered or evaluated. In approving BOS resolution number 2023-223, findings of fact was updated from the approved BOS resolution 2018-041 to state the neighboring area contains other uses similar to the above proposed action. The words "does not" were removed in the approved BOS resolution number 2023-223. While the neighboring area does contain solar panels, this does not constitute a similar use for the proposed siting of a natural gas power plant. Construction and operation of a natural gas power plant at the edge of a senior citizen residential community will subject them and other neighboring residents to harmful and deadly toxins, negatively impact the health and emotional well-being of the residents, and negatively impact residential property values. We are imploring the Arizona Attorney General's Office to hold the Mohave County Planning and Zoning Commission and the Board of Supervisors accountable to their hired and elected positions and responsibilities for protecting public health and safety. Our issue is likely not the first or only negative risk imposed on public health and safety through the admitted negligence of duties. So that's the end of the letter. A couple more things, though. How many of you have taken the time before you voted to go see the twin turbine gas-powered peaker plant that's 11 miles away from here at Black Mountain Energy Center? Have any of you done that? Maybe it'd be a good idea if all of you did. And then the other thing I'd like to say before I run out of time, you know, most of us that are against this, not all of us, but a lot of us that are against this are retired. We live in a neighborhood, you know, that we've put our heart and soul into to build our forever homes. And just the thought of having this put so close to us or close to any neighborhood is just wrong, totally wrong. And I guess maybe there was some thought that we're just a bunch of old retired people and we just roll over and accept it. Well, I'm here to tell you right now, we are not going to roll over and accept it. We are growing bigger by the day. We are prepared to go to whatever lengths we have to legally to get this thing stopped, period. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr.